Successful families right now are struggling mightily to raise their kids to be productive, moral people in an Instagram me-first world. The question I keep hearing from parents who are serious about it is, where do you turn when achievement gets measured in dollars and likes? The stories of ruined generations are as old as time itself. There's even a phrase for it: shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. Every culture has a version of that saying, and they all mean the same thing. The question I keep coming back to is, why do some families break that pattern when so many others don't? The ones who do almost always took seriously something harder than drafting a good estate plan. They took seriously the job of raising a good heir. I'm Fraser Rice. I work with families navigating significant financial complexity at NextVantage. And today I want to share a concept I come back to constantly in those conversations. I call it the Citizen Heir. Citizenship has been on my mind a lot lately, especially with America's 250th birthday coming up. We live in divided times, and the discourse around civic responsibility has suffered for it. Many people feel that core ideas and institutions are no longer worthy of their trust. We've become loose from our moorings. That might sound like a political observation, but it's actually a family one. Because when you strip away the noise, what families with significant wealth are really trying to do is transmit values alongside resources. And that's exactly where most of them run into trouble. They get very close to the money, and somewhere in the process, they forget the value part. Here's the connection I keep making. A good citizen and a good heir are operating under the same moral logic. A good citizen doesn't treat rights as pure entitlement. They understand they've received something they didn't fully build. It could be a society, a tradition, a set of institutions. And yet, they're responsible for what they do with it. A good heir works exactly the same way. Wealth isn't a possession, it's a trust. In Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions, this idea is ancient. Wealth is treated as something given for service, not self-indulgence. A faithful person uses what they receive with humility, with charity, and with accountability. The good heir honors the giver by using the inheritance wisely. Both are tests of whether a person can handle a gift without becoming enslaved by it. Politically, a good citizen sustains the republic not just by obeying laws, but by defending institutions and resisting the pull toward passive entitlement. A good heir does something analogous within a family. They preserve capital and avoid waste. They use resources in ways that strengthen something larger than themselves over time. In both cases, the person is a custodian of an order that predates them and should outlast them. Citizenship without duty is just a passport. Inherited wealth without responsibility is just a balance. Both require something from the person holding them, or they stop meaning anything at all. Neither the citizen nor the heir chose the structure they were born into, but both are answerable for what they do with it. The good citizen and the good heir each prove themselves by converting privilege into obligation and obligation into something durable. A family's educational efforts have to acknowledge that reality. Preparing an heir isn't a side project. It deserves as much attention as any other part of the plan. At NextVantage, we work with families to build the structures that reinforce this kind of thinking. Things like governance frameworks, family councils, stewardship expectations that are written down and revisited. The families who get this right have one thing in common. They treated that preparation of their heirs as seriously as the management of their assets. If this connects with something that you're thinking about, I welcome a conversation. You can reach us at next-vantage.com. The conversation doesn't have to start anywhere complicated, but it just has to start.